All right, have and have not fans. Now it is Tuesday morning, and honestly, this isn't a video that's like a spoiler or anything, and the title might seem to be that way. But I just want to ask the question to you: at the end of the day, do you think that at some point Veronica Harrington is going to be placed back into rehab? I mean, I'm just saying that at some point I feel like this has to happen. A lot of things in this show that you need to pay attention to is the fact that people usually dig their own graves in terms of whenever they threaten to do something to somebody, or if they do something to someone, it ends up coming back on them and they're put in the same situation. A perfect example is when Jim had the Malones abduct Candace and of course had her tied up in a warehouse. I mean, that's what it looked like. I remember seeing pictures from the outside and it showed to be like an abandoned warehouse. But if I'm not mistaken, later on, I don't want to say the word retcon, but it seemed to be that way. They made it seem like Candace was underneath the restaurant, like in a place underneath the actual restaurant itself, because she heard people walking above and talking and whatnot. So I think that's what happened. I got to go back to season 2, but I believe that's how it was presented to us. Now, when it comes to Veronica, the reason I'm bringing this up is the fact that she wants to allegedly put Melissa into to be institutionalized, because that girl is crazy, at least up until the point when she's supposed to have this baby. But I guess the answer to that question is really going to come sometime. I don't even want to say tonight, because remember, she said, well, tomorrow we're going to go to the doctor and we're going to discover why you aren't showing yet, and if you aren't pregnant, then you don't have to worry about anything. And we all know how the time frame in this show isn't really consistent, because sometimes we can be, I remember at one point we were at an entire season that only covered the span of 48 hours or so. So there's no telling when the actual day is coming. My guess is that the mid-season finale is going to reveal whether or not Melissa's actually pregnant. But the reason I bring up Veronica being institutionalized is because, well, she's acting pretty darn crazy herself. I mean, I think that goes without saying. She told David that, yeah, I drink every day. So she claims that's the reason for her behavior, but something tells me it's a little more than that. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. I really don't drink to begin with, but I don't know if that's the main reason. I still say there's some kind of medication or drug she's taking to put her in this position. I mean, that's just my thought, but I wanted to throw it back to you all. Do you think at some point that Veronica will be institutionalized herself, or be put back into rehab like she was in the past before the show started, because she was addicted to pain medication? And as you saw in the hospital, when the doctor was saying, okay, you're recovering from this car accident, are there any pain medications you would like? She was like, no. So from what we can tell, it doesn't seem to be the same or any kind of pain medication that she's on right now. It must be something else. Maybe it's just the alcohol, maybe not, but maybe it'll be someone like David or Jeffrey who still love Veronica that will have her institutionalized for her own good, whether she knows it or not. But I just wanted to present the question to you all. Do you think this is a possibility in Veronica's future, just to kind of bring things around full circle? And also just a big thank you, because at the time of this recording, we're about 13 people away, 13 subscribers away from hitting that magic number of 20,000 subscribers, 1/5 of my goal of 100,000. So I thank you all so much for supporting the channel. And again, just a fun little video I wanted to do for you all before the episode airs tonight. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think at any point Veronica is going to be institutionalized?